So I've seen this video that's trending everywhere that VDM did about the currency. I would not have said anything, but I've seen some of Ghana journalists are really sharing that video. And I decided to put mouth into it because for knowledge sake. This 50 cedis you see, I was in Ghana when the zeros was removed. Now, this 50 cedis you are talking about, add 20 to it. This is 5,000 cedis. You understand it now? So, like I said, I was here. I came to Ghana when these zeros was removed. You will not understand it except you have been to Ghana when they had 5,000 notes, when they had 10,000 notes and all of that. Now, these 50 cedis you are seeing in real sense, yes, before they remove the zeros, is actually 5,000 cedis. Go online and look for the old Ghana cedis. You understand what I'm saying? You see this 15 naira so, 15 naira so. If Nigeria comot their zeros for 500, then it will turn these 5 cedis when you dey see. That is why if you come Ghana, you know the fee stay because it's expensive. You know why? You see these 50 cedis so. If they add the zero when they comot, na 5,000 be this. You see it? So it's not as if the currency is strong pass o. Na just so if you know they live here, you no will understand them. You won't. And that is why it is far cheaper to live in Nigeria. That is why you see say, yes, that is why you see say you fit buy things cheaply because now that currency, that naira, so when you don't understand, it actually in real sense big past this one.
The Nigerian naira has been ranked as the 9th weakest currency in Africa, according to the latest Forbes currency calculator report.
Hi everyone, welcome to Ghana Observer. Thank you all so much for stopping by. I truly appreciate it. So here we go again with this nincompoop who at every opportunity insulted, belittled, and denigrated Ghanaians while living in our midst. To hear him talk, you would think the naira is the best performing currency in the world, which couldn't be further from the truth.
The report highlights that despite recent signs of easing inflation, Nigeria's economy continues to face significant pressure, reflected in the performance of the naira. Now, looking at the rankings, the Sao Tome and Principe Dobra emerged as the weakest currency on the continent, trading at over 22,000 units to $1. It is closely followed by the Sierra Leonean loan, Guinean franc, Uganda shilling, and Burundian franc. Others that made the list include the Congolese franc, Tanzanian shilling, Malawian kwacha, and then the Nigerian naira, which currently trades at about 1,490 naira to $1. Rounding off the top 10 is the Rwandan franc. In sharp contrast, the report also ranked Africa's strongest currencies. Leading the pack is the Tunisian dinar, trading at just 2.90 to the dollar, following by the Libyan dinar, Moroccan dirham, Ghanaian CEDI, and the Botswana pula. For Nigeria, being listed among the weakest currencies underscores the urgent need for stronger fiscal and monetary measures to stabilize the naira and restore investor confidence in the economy.
By most measures, Nigeria ranks bottom in almost every area. But to hear them talk and brag, you would think they truly are the quote-unquote giant of Africa. They are so glib in their delusional lies that if you don't scratch beneath the surface, you will actually take them at their word.
But now you don't understand them. See, why did they cry when they talk of business integration? Do you know? Do you know why they cry when they talk of ECOWAS and treaty? Because that money when they see say e not strong, so na im dey buy pass. Na im get purchasing power pass. This one when they look like say e big. That is why if I carry these 50 cedis go Nigeria, wetin go fit buy? These 50 cedis, 100 cedis no fit buy am for here. Na im be purchasing power when we dey talk. But una no dey understand am. This 10 cedis now, na im be bottle of coke for here. How much be bottle of coke for Nigeria? This one fit buy like 2-3 bottles of coke for Nigeria. You dey see the difference now. So which one strong pass? Na purchasing power na we dey talk.
Totally removed from reality. And he's not the only one. Here is a similar delusional sentiment from a fellow Nigerian. Some people who are saying that CEDIs has more value than NAIRA are from 2008, 2009 children and above. If you were born between 2007 and 6, you would understand that the CEDIs has no value. They just make up their own stories. They live in their own delusional world. It surprised me that some people call themselves adults, but some kids are wiser than them. Instead of working on your currency, look at who should be telling whom to work on their currency. See how they project what they are feeling? Then they'll turn around and call others jealous, envious. But who sounds envious here? Who sounds jealous here? Who is being hateful here? Always projecting. Just look at the arrogant ego and audacity here. Instead of you working on your currency, you are over there talking rubbish with edited currency. You can't make this up. Should Nigeria remove the zeros, go ahead and try, from our currency, tomorrow, NAIRA will be higher than even the euro. And here are more factual stats that some of them might find hard to accept.
First of all, Ghanaians, come. Look, make sure you share this video for other Ghanaians to know the truth, you understand? Now, anytime you are arguing with a Tinubu person, they come out with one statement. Oh, we sell gas to Ghana. Ghana is owing us $75 to $90 million. Now, let's debunk that thing once and for all. As you can see, Ghana owes Nigeria approximately $6.5 million in remaining gas arrears, which were previously $75 million and 90% settled by this government. So out of the $75 million, $69 million was paid. So we've paid Nigeria $65 million, leaving $7.5 million for us to pay them and clear our arrears. Meaning, if this $7.5 million is paid, we will not owe them again. Now read, in contrast, Nigeria owes Ghana between $250 million and $300 million in ECOWAS trade credits and regional loans. So we have been giving these people money, and then they will come and be blabbing about common $75 million. You see that $250 million, you for pay them, you have to pay it. Because of $75 million to be here. Now they give Ghana light. Now we've paid you your money. It's left with $7.5 million that to be paid. Now you have to pay us our regional loan. You have to pay us our trade credit, or else.
As a Nigerian, while you're online bragging or fighting other African countries, remember that Nigeria is leading in top 8 African countries facing the worst food insecurity in 2025. And guess what? 24.2 million Nigerians are facing the worst food insecurity in 2025. At number 2 is DR Congo. And do you know what we have in common with Congo? We are blessed with resources, and we are also corrupt. The Congolese leaders are corrupt, just like Nigerian leaders. Anyways, may God help us.
So Nigeria currently ranked the lowest in life expectancy according to global United Nations population reports. An average Nigerian they buy at the age of 54. We are ranked below Ukraine, India, Afghanistan. All these countries say they fight wars. You know what is even there to be ranked really? So what do you maybe say? if you live above 54 for Nigeria, and I would say you don't live long with that. That's what they are saying. You don't even need anybody to rank you for you to know this. You fit dey inside house. Then go take truck, go come jam you for there. You dey inside your house. That Arise TV lady, she was sleeping in her house. She buy from there. You know, you fit dey anywhere. You know, police go fit just give you groundnut anywhere. You know, Agbiru go come do their own. So this is not news, really. But this is very shameful. A country so rich in resources, but so poor in governance, and so poor in execution of things. Recently, a few days ago, people are queuing for gas now. Gas. A kilo of gas went to like 3,000 in some places, some 2,000, some 2,500. 1 kilo of gas. How much was gas before now? The kilo was between 250, 300 before these APC people came and destroyed everything.
So guys, the giant of Africa, Nigeria, is at it again. This time around, the government of Nigeria is seeking for $2 billion loan from China. You can imagine, we are now loan republic. So, if the government is not requesting for loan from IMF, it is the World Bank or China. Sometimes the United States, sometimes France. Can you imagine? And this is the same government that removed subsidy. Anyways, I don't have much to say. May God save us. May God help us. But again, we Nigerians, we have to do better. We have to do better. We have a problem at hand. Okay? We need to fix this country, or else in the next century, there will be no country called Nigeria if care is not taken. And I'm not bluffing.
Yeah, I don't think Nigeria is able to lead Africa forward. I've come to that sad realization. I'm Nigerian. And while Nigerians are good at many things, very creative, and we're just generally cool people, right? But you see this leadership thing? No. This year, Patrice Lumumba and Julius Malema came to visit, and the gist of their visit was the same. Nigeria, Africa is waiting for you. But you see, if Africa keeps on waiting for Nigeria, we will not move forward. It is time for us to look for leaders that actually exemplify the qualities and values of leadership that will lead us to freedom. Nigerians have a major problem with power. We don't know how to deal with it. We don't know how to be kind. Just kindness is so difficult for us. We're so used to taking advantage of ourselves. So brotherly kindness is just absent here. Wickedness, cruelty is how people get by. How I can one-up you, how I can deceive you so that I can get ahead is how we function here. And people that do that are rewarded. So here, bad is good and good is bad. George Orwell, 1984. So I'll give you a couple instances. There was a little boy that was begging. Begging is very common here. Children begging. It's atrocious to watch, but it happens. He was begging for money, and I felt so bad. Usually I don't like to give beggars money, but he looked so sad, so I gave him some money. I looked back and he did this. He was making fun of me because apparently once the car drove away, he started to laugh. Basically that he had fooled me into giving him money, and he ran to the group or the family or the group of beggars. He was so proud of himself that he had cheated me. This boy was not more than maybe 6 years old. I was so angry. I thought about going back. I was just like, what am I going to do? But he has learned that if I can deceive you, I'll win. And he was rewarded for it. And it has permeated to every single person here. It is how government treats its citizens, how employers treat employees, how landlords treat tenants, how privileged families treat other members of their families that are not as privileged. It is everywhere. It is how employees are treated at work, the long hours, the notion that I've hired you so I can use you for anything. There's no limit to what I can tell you to do because I have power over you. It's just so bad. And I'll give you another example. There was this lady that we used to work together, and she used to go on bus to work. She used to go enter down for public transport. And then she got a car. And baby girl got a driver. Things were looking up for her. But you know what she said when we were all talking about, we were just talking. An event had just finished and we were all sat down talking. And she said that when her driver does things she doesn't like, she rolls a newspaper and she hits his head with it. Do you see what I'm saying about power? This is someone that used to go bus, that knows what it feels like to not have. Now she has, and look at what she's doing with that power. Just think about how landlords treat their tenants here. It's just pure cruelty. We don't care. Then we won't talk about the government, look at the state of public institutions. Let's look at schools. Start from primary school, secondary school, university. Look at the state of these institutions. Is this the kind of leadership Africa wants for real? Africa really needs to ask herself, is this what you want? Because guess what? This is what you will get. We are not able to lead. We cannot lead anybody right now. Let's look at other countries. I beg.
So with all these going on in his country, you'd think he would focus on getting his government to implement the appropriate changes. But no, his focus and occupation is to bash and belittle anything Ghanaian. And yet you can't live in your country. So maybe now that he's having a bit of private time, he might be able to rethink his ways, he and his fellow Nigerians, whose aim is always to be talking down on others. Focus on you. You get the energy. The energy you give out is what you get in return. If you don't go around bullying people, trying to manipulate them, then you wouldn't get this pushback. But as usual, I expect the blame game and the victimhood to be in the comments from those who stop by. And I don't blame them. I blame our leaders who have enabled and emboldened them, thinking, they can raise shoulders in Ghana. What they cannot do in Nigeria, I always say, they want to do on foreign land and get away with it. Well, as I said in my previous video, karma. He had a meeting with karma, which had him imagining that he was being beaten. Enough said about that. And I'll leave it at that. Folks, I'm going to end it here. Thank you all so much for watching. To my returning subscribers, as always, thank you so much for your continued and consistent support. And if you're new here, you're welcome. And please do consider subscribing. I would so appreciate it. Please remember to like, share, comment, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.